Hey guys, today I'm going to speak to you about the power of networking and actually how to network properly. Now, networking is a very easy task. However, a lot of people overcomplicate it. So here are a few things that you can do to create success for yourself in networking. Now, getting right into there, a lot of people, the biggest mistake that they make is they underestimate who somebody is and what somebody can do for them. So, for example, a lot of people think that they have to wait to find the right person to network with. However, the right person is all around you. The biggest mistake that people do when it comes to networking is they like try to hide it or not speak about it. You always need to speak about your endeavors. The reason why I say is this: I have 10 rental properties right now, and 5 of them are owned by myself, and 5 of them are actually in a partnership. But how did I meet these people to partner with? They were people from my job, my last job. They were people that I knew from friends, people who I knew had very good skills that could be used in this, whether it was skills of having the money for the down payment of the property, or having skills come and finding with tenants, or just somebody looking to invest. Somebody had a long time horizon. I found people who had similar mindsets as myself, and I was able to communicate with them and then create a collective great idea with them. And this also happened with business. My first business partner for my car rental company, guess what? I met them 5 years prior at a completely different job where I used to work at GNC. Nothing to do with cars. However, I understood that he was good at cars. He knew how to maintain cars very well. He knew what cars were good, what cars were reliable, and I knew nothing about cars. So when I was thinking about who to add in for this car rental business, the person was right on the top of my mind. And when I approached him, sometimes people, you just need to give them the opportunity, and they can show you that they are good entrepreneurs. But if you're not speaking, if you're not actively trying to understand what people are good at, what people are bad at, you're going to miss out on a huge amount of people. The next step that I want to talk to you guys about networking is the ability to actually find good candidates that you want to network with. Now, a lot of people do this process wrong as well. Building on the last point that I made, when you speak to everybody and you become good friends and you're able to become good acquaintances with people, you get to get unlock their networking circle as well. For example, if you don't own any rental properties, how on earth do you think you're going to randomly find somebody who owns 100 rental properties that you're going to learn from? You're not going to. However, if you were looking for rental property and you already were doing the right steps, so you started small, you bought, let's say, one rental. Now, the real estate agent that helped you find that rental, do you not think that they do this for a living? Of course they do. So they know more people who also invest into real estate. It doesn't mean that it has to be the real estate agent, but I'm just saying now, since you know them, you've helped them. Obviously, they made commission off the rental sale. You tell them what your goals and ambitions are, and you can ask them, hey, do you know anybody who's doing what I'm doing? Or somebody who needs a partnership in another deal because I have equity that I can throw in, or I have knowledge that I can throw in. Or do you know anybody who are just willing that I could sit down with for 5 minutes? A lot of times, it's very easy to find somebody like this. So if you speak to a real estate agent at all and you become good friends with them, and a lot of people also think of this as using somebody. You're not using somebody. This is why I'm always saying you have to have an active conversation with people and you actually have to develop your people skills. Once you become a good friend with somebody, you unlock their circle and they are willing to help you. A good friend is willing to help you find the right person that you need to talk to so that you're able to create your business successfully. And it's not that difficult. The way that I found majority of the people to invest within my real estate position was not networking. It was actually just networking with people skills. A lot of the people, I explained to them what I was doing, and they wanted to do it at the same time. So at this rate, I allowed myself to find people who were able to put up equity positions, people who were able to match me in money, who had the money but not the skills, and I was able to actively network with me. And guess what? Because I was able to get those people in the deal, they are very happy with me because they got an asset. And now all of their friends, all of their family who are successful as well are able to help me as well. So now when the next real estate deal comes, even if they may not be able to help, they know somebody else who can. They have somebody else who knows how to get better process on insurance. They know somebody who's very good at negotiating. The main focus is this: networking should never be your priority, but it should be something you're actively trying to do per every conversation. Try to be as friendly and as a people's person as you can. That is my biggest asset when it comes to investing and biggest asset when it comes to networking. The last two steps I'm going to combine into one. The first is very easy and childish behavior. Help others. Always try to help your friends and people in your circle. If somebody's talking about buying a real estate property, say, hey, I have a real estate agent, so just make sure to help. You help two buddies out. You helped a real estate agent and you help somebody who was trying to get into the real estate market. Remember, the more you help others, the more inclined they will be to help you. And it really does work, and it's really as simple as that. And so the last thing I'm going to talk to you about in really terms of wanting to hone this in is you're not going to find the right people right away. You have to build. So once, like I mentioned in the first step, once you build one rental property or two rental properties, it's going to open you up to being able to be in circles or people that want to rental properties. A lot of time, people want to talk business with people who have somewhat businesses in the space, or they have some relatable experience. The only way you're going to get that is by actually having some sort of knowledge in this. So that doesn't mean you actually have to have real estate properties, but you can learn stuff about rentals. You can learn stuff to ask. You can read books. You can do any of this. The more knowledge you give yourself, the more you can grow your networking very well. A lot of people who are very intelligent in their space can see through dupes very easily. This is why you are not a dupe. You need to make sure you're consistently learning. The more you learn, the more knowledge you gain, the better you're going to be in any situation. I cannot tell you how many times in the last 2 months people said that they were dealing with credit card debt, and I was able to tell them, hey, you need to stop using credit cards if you're going to get into credit card debt, but here is a way that you can get an interest-free option for 12 months. And there's a lot of ways like this. Once you tell somebody this, they literally say, thank you so much, I was so stressed, or they thank you so much, you really helped. And if you can do that consistently, do you not think those people are going to be inclined to help? The best thing about networking is the ability to help people. So I hope you guys got something from this video. I hope you're able to subscribe. We'll see you next time, guys. Thank you so much, and bye-bye.